Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. Today we're in the Gazelle and we're trying to answer the question as asked by you guys. How effective is the IR deflector on the Gazelle? So if we go to our Gazelle here, we go to the armament page, you see on pylon 6 we get the IR deflector, which is there. Now all it does is change the angle of the exhaust outlet, so exhaust gas, rather than coming out here, comes up 90 degrees and hits, as far as I understand, hits the rotor downwash, and then it's diffused downwards better. So what we're trying to do is hide as best we can our IR signature, and of course our IR signature or IR contrast is what's going to be used against us for missiles like Manpads, Stingers, Iglas, Strellas, and so on. As far as DCS, anecdotally, I've personally never noticed any use. I've never noticed any benefit of using it in combat. I'm not a prolific Gazelle pilot, so I don't really know, but anecdotally so. So we're going to do some tests. We've got a Sa-13, the best of the Strellas, set here a couple of miles away. We've got him set to excellent. That takes as much randomization away from the results as possible. We've got him set to red state, and he's pointing at us. Everything is set and ready for the test. We start about 1.8 miles away, which is outside of his current firing range at low altitude. We're going to fly towards him with and without the IR deflector at set speed and more or less set altitude and see what results we get. Easiest way I can think of doing it, basically. So let's see how it goes. In terms of aspect, it shouldn't really make any difference because what we're doing is piping this exhaust gas upward, so it should be diffused pretty much omnidirectionally. So I don't expect to see, a benefit from behind, left or right in terms of this diffuser that we're using. Deflector, sorry. Okay, just check he's ready. Okay, he's ready. He's aiming at us. He's ready to go. Can't detect us yet. We've got our credentials at the bottom. We're going to try and fly directly towards him. He is, I don't know if you can see him. He is there. We're going to try and fly between 50 and 100 feet and below 50 knots. I'm not much of a Gazelle pilot, obviously, but we'll do the best we can. And we'll pause it when he fires and try and get the range. Eee. The amount of throttle I've got on will vary the heat output I put on, so I'm going to try and make sure I've got about the same throttle output. I think I just saw him firing there. Pew. So give or take, that is 1.58 miles, and that is with the deflector. You can see how it just a channels it upwards into the downwash, and then that's going to get blown away rather than kind of congregate over the tail here. So 1.58. Now let's go and try it without the deflector. Okay. No deflector. Missile out. Let me guess, exactly the same. .58. You couldn't make that up if you wanted to. It's to the feet, basically identical. So the IR from front aspect, the IR signature diffuser makes absolutely no difference in terms of whether it hits the aircraft or not. Again, anecdotally, I haven't found it making any difference, and I don't think we're going to make any difference in testing. It misses quite a lot anyway at this range, whether you have the deflector on or off. So missed. I guess we can try high altitude, see if that makes any difference. What we might find is that we're not limited by our IR detection here, but the range of the missile down here, which is very possible. So we'll try high altitude. We'll probably find again it just doesn't make any difference, and then we'll wrap up. Okay, we're at 3,000 ASL this time, significantly further away. Facing us the wrong way, which is kind of annoying, but DCS, so let's try turning around. Okay, our guy's going to be down there. I see him, in fact, so let's mosey forwards. Okay, 3,000 feet, 50 odd knots. Oh, missile out. Spotted it a bit late, but so up here he could only fire at round about pretty much the same. Let's do that a bit more accurately. 1.48 miles up here. I don't know if that was a ballistic restriction or a sensing restriction, I don't know, but we were at, well, we're a little bit low, 2,680 knots. So let's try and duplicate now with the deflector on. Okay, deflector is on. Let's get round into parameters. Oh, this thing's weird to fly, man. Okay. Stop. Okay, we're about the same altitude and speed as last time now. Let's see what happens. There's the missile. Pew. Let me guess, 1.48 miles or whatever it was. Yeah, 1.5 miles, exactly the same. It doesn't make any difference, at least in the range of which you get shot. And I've been testing for an hour or so before I made this video. I couldn't find it make any difference. The only thing it might make a difference to is whether the missile hits you or not. And I haven't got any hard data for that, but just anecdotally, it seems to be about a 50-50 whether you've got a deflector on or not. I couldn't find any obvious. And usually when you can't find anything obvious, that's just how it is. The data usually follows. So a little bit disappointing. Polytrop, let me know if I'm doing anything wrong, but I mean, it's on there. You know, it just doesn't seem to work at the end of the day. Let's see if we can fly into this missile, and then we will pack up. In the face! Ow! Well, that was a bit disappointing, but I hope that cleaned it up. I hope you don't go and use your IR deflectors, and see you later.